Tesla has released some incredible new features that all owners are going to love, like insane 3D level high fidelity graphics for the maps on your Tesla. Plus, real world photos will actually pop up now on your screen if there's like a traffic jam or an accident. And also, if you want your Tesla to like count down from when the light is going to turn from red to green, it can do that. Plus, an app store is now on your Tesla. You can install your own apps right on your car. This is all real, it is all amazing, but there's one little problem. You can't access it. But why? So there has obviously been a whole lot of talk lately about this all new Model Y L. It's got 6 seats, it's more luxurious, it's got all of these amazing bells and whistles, but you, unless you're in China, cannot buy this. And even Elon and Tesla have confirmed, at least on the record, they don't plan to bring this to other markets around the world, at least not yet. But why is that? Why does this amazing new Tesla exist with all these new features, but it's locked down to the China market? Why does China get special access to this new Tesla? In addition to the Model Y L, Teslas in China have access to a ton of really amazing features. There's an app store that does exist that allows you to install apps on your car that is available only in the Chinese market. Remember when RGB lighting wasn't in Teslas and it was a big thing in other automakers? Well, Tesla in China actually had and was selling a special RGB version of the Model Y, again, only for that market. And there are a number of other examples I'll get into, special software features, hardware features, special cars, only available in the Chinese market. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Tesla does things differently for the Chinese market that they honestly should do in other markets around the world. But right now, there are a bunch of hidden exclusive things only for those in China. And the answer to exactly why that is kind of complicated, and I'm not some geopolitical expert, but long story short, the Chinese market is not only Tesla's single largest singular market, but also it is by far their most competitive. While Tesla has been dominating in the US and around the world, is really a trailblazer in the EV space, in China, they're like a dime a dozen, and Tesla's trying to compete with other companies that are giving customers better cars at better prices with more competitive features. They're more luxurious. Tesla is not the trailblazer or the king. They are in other markets. They've got to put their best foot forward. They've got to compete in special ways, which has forced them to do a bunch of special things only for customers in that market. It is why the Giga Shanghai factory is by far leaps and bounds above the other factories as being the most advanced, the most efficient, and it's why cars in that market have some pretty incredible features that we don't and might never get access to. And I'll give you a few of the most exciting examples of this. So one of the big ones is mapping technology. Our Tesla navigation looks like this. It's got some Google Map data built in. Tesla's trying to make it a little bit more Waze-like, but it's fine, but nothing exciting. Over in China, though, it is a totally different experience. They have a really awesome high-fidelity 3D mapping system that shows way more detail and a lot more fidelity of the road in which you're driving on. Not only can you get like nice, cool 3D graphics of different lane changes you need to make and things like that, but you can also get piped in real world photos of the surroundings. So for example, if there's a confusing intersection you need to go to, or if there's a road incident, it'll actually feed into the system some real world images, and you're getting lane level navigation there. So the car actually knows which lane it's in and where it needs to go. So it'll say, hey, you need to go 1 or 2 lanes over. You need to make sure you go in this lane to go there. The car is way smarter when it comes to mapping and knows where it needs to go. And also, I know it's nothing new in most places, even in North America, but I wish my Tesla had it. Red light countdowns. It'll tell you how long you're going to sit at that red light until it's going to switch over to green. That and a bunch more is built into a super advanced mapping system for Teslas only in China. Software experience there is also way smarter. For example, over there's a bunch of super apps. There's some Baidu integrations in WeChat that'll actually allow Tesla owners to kind of put apps inside of their car. Like, forever, many Tesla owners have wanted CarPlay, Android Auto, or an app store. That's been a big thing. That's been a rumor for a while. It's actually a real thing for Teslas over in China. They have different applets they can utilize and interact with right inside of their Tesla. And also, while we just got Grok in our Teslas here in the United States market, over in China, they're actually using DeepSeek, which many could actually consider a more superior language, sort of intelligent AI system that also is actually able to use a wake word. So instead of having to press and hold the button on the steering wheel, I think it's like Hey Tesla or something like that basically activates the assistant, and then it'll answer your questions, and it can do some more advanced things that Grok simply can't do. The level of integration with different services and things for Teslas in China is far more advanced, and it has been that way for a while, than anything we have here in the US or in other markets around the world. And while that is obviously super cool on the software side, Tesla does way more with their hardware as well. For example, Tesla has reintroduced the turn signal stalk as both a retrofit and a new factory default option for the Model 3s over in China. So like the Model Y, those are now once again shipping with the turn signal stalk. We also have evidence that Model 3s in China will soon include a front bumper camera as well. It's on the Model Y, Cybertruck, S, and X, but not on the Model 3. But it is going to be, regulatory approval is there, it's confirmed for those in the Chinese market. And there are a number of other upgrades as well in terms of hardware things. Tesla, for example, they obviously have the Model YL only in the Chinese market. They also are shipping a new super long-range Model 3 Plus variant with an upgraded battery chemistry and battery system only for the Chinese market. And there are a number of other retrofit options, RGB lighting. There's some other like upgrades and accessories you can get, again, only for those in the Chinese market. Plus the fact that you can get some special colors, Glacier Blue and Starlight Gold, only if you're in China. All that to say, there are a bunch of exclusive features you can get if you're a Tesla owner in China that you simply cannot get anywhere else in the world. And the obvious question here is, why can't our cars do that? I mean, these are running the same hardware 4 system that our cars have. They don't have any special hardware. There's nothing like modified to them. Why can't our cars do this? Why can't we get a Model 3 Plus? Why can't we get a Model YL? Why can't we get all these software features? Long story short, there is no good answer. We can totally get these. In fact, history has shown us time and time again that usually we will get most of these things with due time. Though right now, at least with certain things, that story might be changing. For example, while Tesla has typically introduced things first for the Chinese market, they have eventually come to other markets internationally around the world. For example, Model 3 refresh introduced first for the Chinese market, then obviously came to every other market around the world. Obviously, the same was for the Model Y. In early January, Tesla showed off the Model Y Juniper refresh first for the Chinese market, and then brought it to other markets around the world. And obviously, one of the best parts about owning a Tesla is all the ways you can customize it. I am guilty like everybody else. I love to get cool accessories to make my car look different and feel unique on the inside and really have that awesome experience. But also, take it from me, you don't want to skip out on the essential accessories, things that you're going to really be happy you have when you're in a sort of tough situation. And one of my favorite recommendations that I always end up using, I always love to have because it gives me great peace of mind on road trips, is a great tire inflator. One of my favorite recommendations lately is the CR1 Pro from my friends at LastFit. I love this thing for a couple of reasons. Number one is it's a very small and compact footprint. So you can throw this thing in the frunk, the trunk, the sub-frunk, little compartments in your Tesla. Doesn't take up a lot of space, but when you need it, you can easily grab it and be ready to go. And with a nearly 8,000 milliamp hour battery inside, this can refill all 4 of your tires on a single charge. No muss, no fuss. They also make it really simple. You just basically, attach it to your tire, you punch in the PSI you want, you hit one button, and this thing goes and takes care of the rest. And what I love is, unlike Tesla's solution, this automatically stops once it hits the desired PSI. Not only is it easy, but it's also super fast as well. In fact, I can take this tire from 35 PSI to 42 PSI in a matter of, well, let's find out. Just gonna dial in 42 here just by pressing up on the buttons. And here we go. And beautiful auto off. So there you go. No cuts, no editing. I'll put the official time on screen, but that was super fast. All made possible by the CR1 Pro. Also, you could use this thing in a pinch as a battery bank. So if you need to plug in a phone and recharge things, or you need to power some accessory, you can do that with a USB output on this thing. And again, when you look at just the peace of mind this affords you, being able to have this thing take up such a small amount of space in your car, but so powerfully and quickly refill your tires, like I think it's 3 times faster than the other typical tire inflator. So it's going to be fast to get you back on the road. It is just really wonderful to have. So if you want to learn more, check out what the CR1 Pro has got to offer today, and really just make sure you've got this thing in your Tesla. I'll leave a link down below so you can check it out and pick one up for your vehicle today. When it comes to the software stuff, we have heard rumors that Tesla is looking to replicate what they're doing in China in other markets around the world. We've heard that Tesla wants to turn, at least in the US, their mapping system a lot more Waze-like, with live real-time info that kind of pops up with speed cameras and police activity, road conditions, and things like that. And we're also hearing that as of right now, like this is a thing right now, Tesla is bringing in more real-time data from other Teslas on the road to feed in and help other Teslas. So if a Tesla in front of you is slowing down a couple of miles ahead, your mapping should see that and then reroute appropriately because it's getting that live real-time data. Now, in terms of the 3D mapping system, I would love to see a visual sort of revamp to the system. Maybe this whole Unreal Engine talk about Tesla utilizing some new graphics, maybe that could lend itself to some better, higher quality maps. That would obviously be super cool. I think in China, it's a little bit of a different story because they're being fed some more precise data from the government. So they're able to actually implement that stuff in real time and at a way faster rate because of the government control over those things, which could be a case for better or worse. But that's just something we don't have. But we are hearing that Tesla is certainly looking to revamp their mapping system to be more like that. And I think a red light countdown thing, other cars have this in North America. So I don't know why we can't get this on our Tesla. Seems like something we could get with a simple software update. Obviously, Tesla is bringing Grok to many markets around the world, so DeepSeek is only a China thing, and I'm sure we'll get a wake word like they've got pretty soon. And then in terms of apps, this has long been a rumor that Tesla was working to bring their own app store to their vehicles. And basically, long story short, while the official idea of a Tesla app store probably isn't going to happen, like the WeChat integration, it seems like Tesla could bring more browser-based apps. So maybe you're able to actually load into a certain part of the car, then bring in browser extensions and bring in different media options. I mean, if you didn't know, from all I can tell, Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, all these things, they're basically just like special browser applications running in the browser, but it looks like a native app. So there really isn't any reason why Tesla couldn't allow more developers to come in and build more apps to bring into your Tesla. So maybe, well, we don't have an official app store, there is some sort of third-party website, or there's some sort of third-party way developers can bring more apps in your car, because it seems like it would make a whole lot of sense and could give your Tesla way more functionality in terms of new media options, more games, video streaming, and things like that. Seems like a no-brainer Tesla should definitely do, and we've heard they're working on it. We've also gotten confirmation from Tesla's engineering and design team themselves that they are looking to expand the color options to all markets around the world, really unify that color palette. So Glacier Blue, Starlight Gold, those should hopefully come to all markets around the world, not just China. And then when it comes to the whole vehicle thing, this is where things get a little tricky, because we have never seen Tesla build a specific vehicle for one market. And Tesla's official stance right now is Model YL is only for China, which doesn't make any sense. We have seen variations of vehicles, or at least features like RGB lighting. Those have remained a China exclusive feature. But in terms of building one vehicle to sell in one market, Tesla has never done that. They have released vehicles in one market like China and then brought it to other markets subsequently after in subsequent weeks and months. But we've never seen them keep a market vehicle only exclusive to that one place. And with the Model YL, that's kind of why there's so much controversy right now, is people don't want that to be a China-only thing. It should come to all markets around the world, which it looks more and more likely it eventually will in due time. So all that to say, long story short, we probably will see the Tesla advancements in China come to the North American market and other markets around the world. The playbook clearly shows 95% of things that happen in China first do come to other markets in one form or another. So new colors, software updates, vehicles, those should all come. And I agree with many of you guys in the comments. Model YL, I'm sure it'll come to North America in one way or another. And Elon's comments just don't really make any sense. So we'll see what happens on that front. But yeah, hopefully this was a little bit of a different video, but hopefully it was informative. I'm curious for you guys. I want to hear, what are your thoughts on the China only exclusive features? Did you guys know these existed? What features would you like to see Tesla bring from other markets to here in 2025? Maybe Midnight Cherry comes from being a European exclusive to other markets like North America. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, I've got a lot of thanks to give to a lot of my partners who make these videos possible. My friends at Drive Protected make the best DIY PPF you can get on the market. They've got options for every single Tesla. You can go the clear route. You can go the matte finish route. They've got ceramic coating options. They've got cleaning products as well. And best of all is you can save so much money by doing this yourself. Don't go to the shop down the street. Don't go with some no-name company. Go with Drive Protected, your number one source, super high quality materials, and they will walk you through the process step by step, and you will save thousands of dollars by doing this yourself. And I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it. My code Rosenfeld will get you 10% off. So be sure to check out Drive Protected, linked down below. Also, speaking of protecting our cars, I think we all love a good pair of floor mats. That's where my friends at 3W Liners come in. They have got an amazing set of floor liners for basically every single Tesla and every single car on the road. They've got an amazing attention to detail here with their design. They are custom fit to fit perfectly inside of your Tesla. They give you amazing coverage built with really high quality durable material that's going to keep your car safe, also super easy to clean. These are the best value, and I can save you guys even more money. I think I've got a 35% discount code you can use by using my special code down below. So not only are they great as their price currently, but I could save you even more money with my special code. So check that out down below as well. Of course, a good-looking, well-protected Tesla is great, but if someone was to vandalize your car, I don't think you'd be too happy. That's why I love my friends over at Sentry Pro. You can try it totally for free on iOS or Android, and it is an app that gives you instant alerts the moment Sentry Mode is activated. You can even now have your car flash its lights or honk the horn to deter anyone when Sentry Mode is activated. No having to wait for the alarm. Sentry Pro is proactive and jumps on there and does this for you. Love the peace of mind, love the real-time alerts, works with every single Tesla in the lineup, and of course, as well, it's using the secure stuff to connect to Tesla, and one subscription is going to cover all the Teslas on your account. So if you've got a fleet of them, you will be protected with Sentry Pro. They've got a limited time deal where you can save 40% off on a lifetime subscription. So pay once, have it forever. Pretty big discount right now. So check that out. The link down below as well. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for your support. I am Robert Rosenfeld. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.